Hey guys, so watch this video for Friday, March 26th, starting off with the daily on the SPY like I always do. We gap down. Actually, when you go to intraday, you will see that we gap down, broke the low of day right here, and then broke the high of day. Got a lot of people excited like, hey, buy the dip works, and then off to the races to the downside. And I thought, hey, this one actually might keep selling, and then we ended up climbing the rest of the day and going out at the highs for the day. So the market continues to hold up pretty well. Some pretty cool stuff in chat. Before I get into the watch list, let's talk about a couple of those calls that were made in chat. TKAT, let's go to 5-minute candles. I actually called this, these are, let's see, this is a 5-minute candle. The opening high here was 36.17 or 36.18 right there. So you see it popped up to there, sold off, and started to curl back up. And I gave an audible call in chat. I said, or I think I might have even typed it out, TCAT over 36, the whole number 36, which is, right below the high of day. I said the spreads are stupid. You're probably risking $1, $1.50. But also at the same time, this was the leader of the NFTs. And I think if it lights up the new highs ticker, we could have something. Anyway, I got long at 36, and that's a 5-minute candle. 39.44 within 5 minutes. In another couple minutes, it was over 42. It was a really cool way to start the day. So that was one call. One I didn't get out of my mouth in time, but I still think it's worth teaching. Man, I don't even know if you can. I have to go to ones. I put, for those of you in chat, I put CAN on the gap playlist this morning, which I usually put gaps up on there. I said I like this as a gap down bounce play setup. And look at the opening 1-minute candle, topped out right below 16. I called this long over 16 with a low of day stop, but by the time I said it, it was already through 16. I actually caught the trade, and look at that. I mean, within 1 minute, wait a minute. Yeah, these are 1-minute candles. Within about 3 minutes, you got a buck. I know I didn't get this out in time, but it's not on the results page or anything like that. It's not on the highlights page, but it's worth teaching. You had the whole number break. And why was it on watch for a long after the gap down? Let's go back to the daily. All right, let's take today's candle out of it. We were already down, 4, 5 days in a row? I told everybody, I prefer something on the bounce watch like this, on the bounce watch list. You heard me in yesterday's video. I said I prefer it to gap down, not up. When they gap up like it did yesterday, it sold off all day. Nothing's a given, but I don't like them to gap up. I like them to gap down. So when this one gapped down, I got long through 16. Again, I didn't call it in time, but it ended up going to 18.49 in its best. It's a cool setup. So remember, when you see something on my watch list, whether you're a member of the chat room or not, that's on bounce watch, look for some kind of setup after the gap down for a long play. And my thesis is you get people diving in short, just as some people picture this chart flipped upside down, and this was like 4 or 5 green candles in a row going up, right? And then it gapped up. Usually you want to fade that gap. It's the same principle here. You don't want to chase it, right? Same thing here. Shorts are chasing this, thinking, okay, it's going to zero. And without any regard for the fact that it's fallen 4 or 5 days in a row, that gap down is usually buyable. Just a heads up, all right? Let's go back to the daily. So, something else I want to show is pretty cool. HOFV. Let's go to maybe 2-minute candles. So I really wasn't watching it, but it got this spike here. It had volume come in. I think they were going to be on some radio show or something, or news TV show, whatever. And it topped at 553, and then it started flagging. I called a second mouse through the half over 550, but that's not the cool thing. So it broke there, and it went up to 580 or whatever. Nice little trade. But when this did this, especially when the first volume came in, we all started looking for sympathy. So this is what I want to show you now. DLPN, especially for those of you that weren't in chat today. You can see my HOFV second mouse through the half call, right? But DLPN, I took a screenshot of chat. OCG was ripping at the time too. So that kind of started them all off, and that's when I saw HOFV. And anyway, look how cool this is. 4 people, I'm one of them, but Robin, me, Nick, and Wayne, and you can see them time-stamped here. I'm going to say all within 1 second of each other, right? 23, 49, 49, 50, and 50. 4 people, talk about teamwork. 4 people in chat posted the DLPN because the others were running over the half. and right there, and I got long there, and I mean within, I don't know, within a minute or two, it was over 18, and I'm just scaling out like I do. I ended up adding a lot to my day just on that rip right there. But the point of this is more the teamwork in chat. How many people know what to look for and share it with other people. That's one of my favorite screenshots I've ever taken. It just shows the teamwork in the chat room. All right, I'm done babbling about the highlights. What are we watching for tomorrow? IMMP. Either I didn't type that right. Oh, nope. Okay, there we go. Nice breakout today, closing well off its highs, but certainly worth watching for some kind of follow-through setup tomorrow. Remember, I'm in cash every night looking for something to trade intraday A+ tomorrow. CAN, after the gap down, we had a solid green day. You go to 5-minute candles. It basically closed at its highs. Bitcoin related, so if Bitcoin runs at all, I'll be looking for a continuation of that bounce tomorrow. TKAT, same kind of deal, not Bitcoin, it's NFT, but I'll be looking for a continuation higher of that bounce that it had today. DLPN, same thing, NFT play, pretty strong close. RCON, this thing's extended, right? You got 3 or 4 green candles in a row. You had this big topping tail yesterday, and then today you've got an inside day. So you've got a potential tomorrow of, you have what I call 2 catalysts, stacked catalysts. You got 669 is today's high, and then yesterday's high, 713. So we have a stacked catalyst scenario if this opens, somewhere below yesterday's high. So we're going to watch that one real close. AEI, I have reservations about putting this on watch, but I actually had pretty good volume. I mean, this thing's had some nice moves the last few days. It's really holding 10 as support very nicely and had pretty good volume today. It's been thrown into the NFT mix as well. So definitely want to watch that one. WKEY, even though it gapped down, and now you got a bunch of bag holders from yesterday, and it closed, you even have some bag holders from today. I still, with that move it made yesterday from 11 to 22, I'd be a fool as a day trader to not be watching this chart tomorrow. All right, so that one's going to be on watch. But I am fully aware that there's some bag holders in it. PRQR, a very strong close. Huge rip today. We're just going to keep our eyes on that one. Rail, nice volume today, closing well off its highs, but we'll see. Maybe the whole number 5 comes into play tomorrow. JFIN, on bounce watch. You had this big rip. Now you've got 3 days lower on declining volume. That's been thrown into the NFT space, by the way. And then some possible oversold bounces would be TME, which has just been decimated over the last 2 days, and IQ, also decimated. That's plenty to watch. We'll add gappers to this list as well in the pre-market. Should be plenty to trade tomorrow. Enjoy your evening, and I'll see everybody in the chat room in the morning.